This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. The home NFC Championship game, a scenario that we never thought was possible, and we're ready for it. Bring on the commies, baby.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Let's go, baby!
Let's go.
We spelled
Fink,
it right.
Great job there. Love the energy.
Shout out Mayor Parker.
You know,
I spelled it her way.
guys, we were talking about this earlier. These are the moments that we live for. This is what we are waiting for all year. We are hoping we are lucky enough to be in this position. And here we are waiting for the start of the NFC Championship. What is this? Is this the 8th? I heard someone talking about this. The 8th NFC Championship that we've been in since the turn of the century. Does anyone know the stats on this? Let's head over to Fink. Fink, do you know the stats on this by chance?
Let's go to Statmaster Fink.
Do you know?
This is the 8th appearance. Yes. Second most in the NFL since 2000.
Freaking
Who's first most?
believable.
Patriots or the
No,
Chiefs?
the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs have
They went to
like
7 in a row.
They went 7 in a row.
Yeah. I gotta look it up.
Oh my Lord. The excitement is hard to bear. Most of the Delaware Valley is rendered completely useless by this. We are just simply biding our time until this game starts. And
It really is nerve-wracking. It's all you think about.
Yeah, I got to say this, though. In years past, it was way more nerve-wracking for me because for some reason this year, no matter who we're playing, I just feel like confident. Like I do not feel nervous at all. And I know a lot of people are going to go like Jaden Daniels this, Jaden Daniels that. But to be honest with you, I like a rookie quarterback coming in for an NFC championship. I don't know, man. I'm feeling locked in. I'm ready to go. I couldn't be more excited. Let me just introduce the esteemed panel that we have here tonight. On my left is Mr. Mike Meach. Meach, how we doing?
Esteemed.
I am Jesse Rendell. I'm excited to be here, as you can tell. My buddy Rock Raider Matthews over here.
Hello.
How you doing, Rock?
Pretty good.
All right. And over at the bar, formerly known as, we'll keep it, the Good Heart Bar, we got two beautiful gentlemen, starting with one, Eric Fink, the Hoagie Prince of Northeast Philadelphia. Fink, how we doing?
How you guys doing?
All right. And one esteemed gentleman, Tom Henneman, Tommy Donuts. Tom, how we doing?
Feeling good. We have the best roster left in the playoffs, and anything short of a Super Bowl will be unacceptable.
Facts.
Period.
Facts.
Well, the funny thing is, when you say anything short of the Super Bowl, I mean, we're right there, right? We're either going to be one step short or we're going to be there. And it is. We were talking about.
He
this
means
earlier.
winning the Super Bowl.
I do mean, of course. It's getting there and winning.
Yes.
But we're in that weird period where you can't. For a while you're like, oh, maybe they could make the Super Bowl. Maybe they could win the Super Bowl. Now we're right there. We're one step away, and you can't help but let your mind wander as you think about, well, if they make it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you got to plan. They'll have 2 weeks to pull it together. Doesn't sound like a lot of. It sounds like a lot of time, but in reality, it's not a lot of time. So you can't help but think about that. But nah. I'm 100% jacked up, ready to go. And I think some people know about this because we did publicize a little bit, but we're going to have the Birds of a Feather NFC Championship tailgate in M-Lot this weekend.
Yeah, that's going to be a goddamn party.
Listen, we did this for the wild card round. Couldn't do back-to-back with a divisional round, so we took the week off. And we knew if somehow the cards fell that the Eagles would be home for the NFC Championship game, we were going to blow it out.
Yeah, real quick.
I get it.
There you go.
Real quick. I don't want to shout out the Redskins too much, but shout out the Redskins for beating the fucking Lions and getting a home game here in Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Watch who you're shouting out, man.
What?
No, but
Yeah, it's the last time. It's the last time for the
commies is the preferred nomenclature, Rock.
Look.
Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. For anybody that is nervous about this game in any way, all I can say is, what else do you want? Right? Like, this is what you wanted when the playoffs started, or even if we go back further, right? When the Eagles didn't get the 1 seed and that became something that we thought we couldn't do. You were like, there's no chance. This is going to be a tough road. We got to go through Detroit, but maybe in the back of your mind, like, oh, well, maybe there's a chance we have a home NFC Championship game, but you didn't think it would happen. And now it's happened. And it's like too good to be true. I mean, this is amazing. I couldn't be more fired up.
I'll be honest. Here was my feelings as I was watching the Redskins beat the Lions. Was I'm fucking nervous, and my feelings haven't changed. I'm way more nervous for this for many reasons, and a lot of it has been. This is how I've been conditioned by the ghost of Jake Delhomme and Sean King.
And Jaden Daniels is better than both of those guys.
Listen, it's tough to not think about that stuff, and there's something about this goddamn Redskins team that I've thought this way since the beginning of the year. I think this game is going to be a lot tougher than most. A lot of people seem like they're overlooking it and think that just because we have a home game, and that's happened way too many times to not get a little nervous about. And I'm very nervous.
This game's already over. We're killing this.
Now, see,
That's what I'm talking about.
They have, okay, as much as you're scared of Jaden Daniels, what is their defense? They don't have a defense.
They don't.
They have the 18th ranked.
I mean,
defense.
but you're going to have to score 30, 35 points against them. And here's the only saving grace, in my opinion, that is going to be the deciding factor.
Jalen Carter.
We have Saquon Barkley, who is playing superhuman right now, and I have the utmost confidence in. I'm nervous. I think we're going to win, but I think it's going to be a lot tighter. And this Jaden Daniels motherfucker is smooth as hell.
Yeah.
And listen, he's got no interceptions, no fumbles. He's been sacked one time for a loss of 0 yards.
This is when it comes.
He doesn't have negative plays. I mean, hopefully it comes now, but nobody's been able to do it.
He's going to take that snap and immediately.
Nobody's been able to do it yet.
Were up 14-0 before we lost Hurts against
Yeah,
the Commies.
that's
Then after CJ, GJ got ejected, they gave up 22
I'm
points.
not
all the yards.
saying what we did during the regular season wasn't better, but
Okay.
this is different. It's
So
way
you
different.
got to come on over to the.
Listen,
feel
man,
confident, be
you
excited.
tried doing this shit to me before the Mets Philly series, so please.
You don't need to bring that up.
I didn't really believe that. I was.
Anybody who's paid attention to this show for the past couple of years knows that I am usually nervous, right? And I'm with you. Like all the scars of years past built in a nervous anxiety that like I really never felt
Here's
like
what
I
else
could
makes me
shake.
nervous. I don't think Jalen is 100%, and if he's limited,
Doesn't matter.
You know what?
Can
He
they
doesn't have to be.
stack the box
I
against
think-
it? Can he beat them if they stack the box against us and make them dare him to throw it over them? Can he do it? I hope he can.
I think Jalen being a little bit limited kind of helps them, honestly, because the game plan is going to be Saquon heavy, but the threat of having Jalen there, just being on the field, him making the throws, it's going to they have to respect that. And I think that if
They really don't have to. They can dare him.
Okay.
You know?
Whatever. Can we just stop for a second? I told you guys last week that, and let me just go back to what I was saying before. My natural sports fan disposition is nervous for the sake of being nervous, just because I expect bad things to happen, because they have for the most part. But I just have not even been able to fake that for the past couple of weeks, and I'm not ready to now. You know, Saquon Barkley to me changes the equation completely.
Absolutely.
You saw in the last game, we go into that game, right? And they have to be thinking our sole focus is stopping Saquon. Jalen hasn't been able to pass. The Eagles don't look good. And what do? They stack the box. Well, he gets through the box and he breaks 2 long runs.
Well,
like,
what
I'm
helped them
just
last
saying,
week was Jalen broke it
stop
first.
Stop it with
Jalen broke it first.
Stop. No.
It gave that illusion that there's a dual threat.
I don't like.
Not an illusion. There was a dual threat.
No.
I still think there's dual threats there. Come on.
That was
Listen,
a big run.
you have to try to
I was.
stop.
I hope so. Pump his knee full of so many drugs that this is what I'm hoping for.
Listen,
But I'm nervous.
you have to try to stop Saquon, which is hard to do, even if you stack the box, right? Here's the other thing. This defense is full of playmakers across the board.
They lost their best offensive lineman, right?
Fink says, someone get Meech a dog. He's scared. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
They did. They
Okay.
lost their.
So you're talking about the
beast
defense.
right
They
guard.
lost their best
He's
offensive
giving me
lineman.
They did.
recycled Howard Eskin lines to try and calm me down.
Listen.
Jalen Carter is gonna feast like he hasn't
Seriously.
eaten in months. That kid is an absolute dog of dogs, and they're gonna have no answer for him. Every night I go to sleep and I fall asleep just envisioning him brushing aside some guard, splitting that gap, and just that's what Jaden Daniels is gonna be working with.
Yep.
The minute he catches that ball, he's worried. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
Okay.
you
And
know
listen,
he's
here's the deal.
And their
It's a
right tackle or
combination.
right guard didn't practice again today. Who might be out on that.
He is.
Wait, the
Oh, they let
backup?
one towards ACL.
No, the one that was starting.
The
The
one
other
that's
guy.
starting is towards ACL.
That's the
He's
other
done.
guy.
out.
That's the other.
Yeah, he's done.
Cosme?
Who am I talking about?
I don't know. We're
I
not
don't know,
sure.
dude.
Go
I'll
check
find
your
out
stats.
one
Come back
second.
and see us.
Shout out Cosme's Adrian
Look.
Dickinson.
Look, it's the combination of Saquon and the defense. Now, I think they made a big mistake today. I don't know if you guys heard this. Their defensive coordinator came out and said, you know, if Jalen wants to run, we're going to treat him like a runner. We're going to hit him like a running back. has anyone seen the highlight reel of Jaden Daniels in college getting hit? Do you know what I'm talking about? Has
Where
anyone seen this?
Jalen Carter picks
Where
him
Jalen
up
Carter
and handles him like
Like-
a rag doll.
Honestly, dude,
is
he looks like
he's-
a crash test dummy. And all I know is this: when he gets out of the pocket, now that they're saying those kind of things, Eagles are going to hit this guy so hard. He's 150 pounds soaking wet.
He
And
is
I just,
frail.
I really think this reminds me of Eagles 49ers. Okay.
Oh yeah.
When Brock Purdy's coming in, unproven guy, right? Young guy, and we rocked him. We rocked the backup. I see Jaden Daniels getting hit hard early and often, and it's going to change the way that he looks at this football game. This is not a regular season football game. This is a hostile crowd. This is a great defense. This is a team that is ready to win this game. I think we're going to rock this dude's universe. That's my prediction.
You're saying just go in there and take one of those penalties, just Jalen Carter right up the middle. Even if he's passing, even if the ball's out, just slam him on his head, give him a little, little concussion.
I don't think
I
we
like
even,
that.
Listen, we know this guy likes to scramble. He likes to try to get yards when there's nothing there. I think there's going to be opportunities to hit him that are going to be fully legal. I'm not saying you need to
I'm down with the illegal shit
like
too,
the
though,
illegal
bro.
stuff.
Yeah.
You like illegal
One of them
stuff.
big slams on the
Who was
back of the
holding their
head.
breath last week when Jalen scooped up Stafford and had him bear hugged, holding him up 5 feet off the ground? I was like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
I wish he was pile driving.
Should dump them, right?
Yeah,
Dump them
exactly.
right on
But-
his fucking helmet.
It's a good point. Guys like, and we talked about this months ago. You remember, I was big on Jalen and CJ, GJ. These guys are going to cost us at some point with the way they were being so reckless. Now, CJ, GJ got thrown out of a game, which did indeed cost us against the Commanders. And Jalen's got some awful penalties. But maybe somebody's in their ear now that it's playoff time, because both those guys have seemed to know when to draw it in. Seems like it to me. What do you guys think?
I think that was a perfect example.
I want them to keep going fucking nuts out there, to be honest with you. Just go crazy. Do what you do. Play football. Get hype. I want that energy. I like I said, I don't care. I'll take that what do you call it? What's it? Unnecessary roughness,
No,
whatever. Just slam him
no.
on his fucking head, give him a concussion
No.
early.
Jesus,
Rock,
Rock.
what the
Uh,
helmet? Rock,
Why not?
Rock, do we gotta go to therapy?
I hope
after this?
Lindsay's
Why?
not listening.
You can
You don't, you don't
not
want to
say
take
it.
you don't want to take the emotion out of their game, but
I
you
do.
also have to be smart. Like you seen what the fucking Houston Texans guy did last week, and he made a dumbass play, and then he comes off the
Oh my
field and he
gosh.
shoves his special team coach across the field.
Unbelievable.
Like you don't
We
want
don't
to
need
be a
all that.
loose cannon
We
like
don't need
that.
all that.
Well, that's a dumbass play that he made,
All right.
and then came over the field and tried to make
me
it
this,
seem like
right?
it was the coach's
Tell me
fault.
this. You got 3rd and 4, whatever. You got Jalen Carter busts right up the middle. Jaden Daniels drops back. He gets the pass off, but Jaden Carter he keeps coming just a little bit, picks him up and just dumps him on his fucking cabbage.
Nah,
Gives him a little concussion.
no.
We take a little penalty.
You gotta
Gives
one-
him a little
No.
concussion.
We got a penalty,
You-
but the
you gotta
dude's
stop
out for the rest of the game.
wish like this guy died. Like, relax.
This is how you're supposed to talk with your buddies in your house. Not
Yeah,
totally.
Rock, I'm trying to like,
Not with a
hey,
camera in
no,
front of you on
no,
fucking
no.
YouTube.
No.
Okay,
No.
so I'm like I said, I'm very confident about this game, feeling good. There's nothing else we could ask for in terms of the opponent, the location. Everything is falling into place for us. There's no question about it. But I did hear one thing that gave me a little bit of pause, and I didn't know this somehow, and you guys probably knew this, but do you know who the Commanders quarterback coach is?
Quarterback coach?
Yes.
Is Kingsbury?
You guys all know?
Is it the dude from the Eagles
Oh.
last year? He's the coordinator, isn't he? Brian Johnson?
The Eagles.
Is it Chris Sims?
The Commanders quarterback coach is none other than Brian Johnson.
It's
Okay,
the coordinator, I think.
Nah, I think he's the
Pretty
quarterback coach.
Who's Brian
Thanks,
Johnson?
Okay.
Offensive coordinator from the Eagles last year. The
And none
bum.
other than Brian Johnson. I'm like, Brian
Who?
Johnson.
Jalen Hurts'
Okay.
best friend.
Now,
Brian Johnson.
Listen,
How the fuck am I supposed to know that, man?
look,
He was,
He
here
was the
last
coordinator
year.
last year. You sucked.
here's the thing.
Oh,
okay,
that
but
fucking
time out. Now you say that, but you know who the Eagles quarterback coach was in 2022? Brian Johnson. And by the way, Brian Johnson was put in that position and elevated because of what fact? Who knows?
He's Jalen Hurts' best friend.
Well,
Said this.
He's like a
something along those lines. He was
childhood coach. or
right,
something,
exactly.
right?
He
Yeah.
had a long historical relationship with Jalen Hurts. So you know where I'm going here, don't you?
He knows his tendencies.
If there's one person who knows
There's
in-
enough tape on Jalen. He's,
No,
no, no,
he's
no.
not a difference maker here.
No. You're telling me, hold on, stop. You're telling me that the fact that the quarterback coach for the Commanders being the former quarterback coach that worked with Jalen Hurts since he was a little kid up through the Eagles is not like a fact that we need to talk about. Are you serious?
Why
We
does
all
it
know
matter?
how
We
to
played
stop
them
Jalen.
already. We played them twice already. Like,
This is as pointless to talk about as Kellen Moore interviewing for head coaching jobs last week.
Which I also got very angry about. Well, look, all I'm saying is you got a guy over on
You
their
think he's telling the
side.
secrets or something?
No, I'm just saying he knows the guy in and out. And by the way, we have hypothesized over the weeks that Jalen has some weaknesses to his game and that maybe people in the building don't feel as good about him as it seems. And maybe they're, changing the offense. Everybody's talked about his lack of passing abilities. I'm just concerned.
Jalen Hurts doesn't like throwing over the middle. Yeah, thanks, Brian Johnson.
Yeah, we all know how to beat
Yeah.
Jalen. We all know the tape.
I'm just saying, I think it could be more. I think it could be a little bit more, he could have a little bit more information than you guys are thinking. And maybe that's going to affect their way to play the game. Maybe I'm grasping at straws. Again, I told you guys, I'm usually nervous. I'm not nervous at all.
More than Meech saying he was nervous.
You hate this more than me?
Yeah,
saying
this
so?
is dumb. Come
That's
on,
dumb.
man.
Don't be
You
nervous
can't
for that.
No. We
Yeah,
Yeah,
already
even
played-
I'm not nervous about that.
Like, we already
Yeah.
played them twice. There's plenty of tape. Like he knows that. Everyone knows everything.
All right.
there.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently
I
Brian
heard,
Johnson is not their secret
I
weapon.
heard Hugh Douglas.
Damn it.
I heard Hugh Douglas on the radio this week, and he was trying to say without directly saying that they're going to pump Jalen Hurts full of so many drugs this week that he won't even be able to feel his knee or his ankle.
Absolutely.
But it was so funny how he was trying to beat around the bush. He's like, I know I've been there. He's just know he'll be able to play. All right.
Amazing.
And it's like, yeah, he doesn't have
There you
a
go.
team
Tell
of
him
great
who's-
doctors around him. But
Maddie,
Maddie
tell him,
Martin.
Maddie.
Hey, and that's a great point. Listen, that's my number one point is like they can't stop Saquon. It all starts there. 100%.
Nobody can.
And by the way, if Jalen can't do RPOs because he's not feeling well, then I think he should line up under center and we should run play actions on him. You know what I mean? And it's like we're either going to run, you're going to have to stop Saquon, or he's going to pass. You know?
by the way,
Nah.
I don't think
No.
this is
I think you let him play his
arguable.
game,
If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, this would be the greatest single season of any pro Philadelphia athlete ever. Maybe like
You mean Saquon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ever
What else is
Of
there?
this
In-
generation.
in the
for
history
sure.
of sport. No, in any generation.
I'm thinking about like Steve Carlton, some of those.
They lost fucking 7,000 games that year. He won. He
What are
won
those
32
old- That's
games.
why I'm asking. He would be the first person I would think of, but that definitely this generation.
All right. Well, there goes our analysis.
Yo,
of
real quick. I was thinking off the top of the head. Am I interrupting?
No,
something?
go ahead.
Before we go on?
I was segueing, but go ahead.
I wanted to try and think of the top 5 players that have been on both the Commanders and the Eagles.
Zach Ertz,
Zach Ertz he'd be like close to 5.
Deshaun Jackson,
Donovan McNabb,
Donovan McNabb.
Deshaun.
What was the
Marcus
returner?
Ma-
What's the
Marcus
returner's
Mariota.
name?
Brian Mitchell.
Trotter.
Brian Mitchell. There you go.
Returner.
How
That's
about
done.
Akers? I'd put Akers over Brian Mitchell.
Not putting a kicker in there. Sorry. Nope. I didn't even know
That have been
Akers
on
was
both
there.
teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Akers was on there.
I think we did it.
Mark Rippon. He was on the Eagles. He was a backup in like
Mark
90.
But it's different if, like,
something.
It kind of sucks because like maybe he was on the Eagles for a little bit, but you don't think
Irving
about that.
Fryer. You remember Irving Fryer?
Great player. Great
I
player.
didn't know there was that much overlap between the
Yeah.
Eagles and Redskins, but
We could keep going.
let's keep the show
All right.
going.
I think that we're through our the X's and O's analysis. They're not coming here for that. We're not Brian Baldinger. That's not what we do. But
Baldy's so good at those
you know-
breakdowns, man.
yeah, he is good. I mean, Baldy's fantastic.
I'm usually
There's no
looking
doubt.
at the game through
Split the
some foggy
gap,
lenses.
split the
anyway.
gap.
Foggy lenses. Yeah. I hear you.
Yo, here's the thing. Like, I don't even care. But go on. I'm not even going to
Nah,
bother.
you're there. Spit it
Wow,
out.
the pump fake.
No. Here's the thing. I don't like when I listen to shit all week.
You gotta stop listening to this shit.
No. But here's the thing. I'm not good at figuring stuff out myself. I can't watch stuff and be like, I know what's going to happen in the future. I'm not good at, but I'm good at taking in a bunch of information and deciphering what's bullshit and what's kind of good.
Right.
So in my deciphering this week, I'm kind of scared about what the
You know what?
I didn't see this coming.
Commanders
feel-
could do. I'm sorry.
This is what
I
happens.
don't want to feel this way, and it's
I
not like it's
apologize
going
for
to
letting you go.
affect the outcome of the game
It
or
might.
how I root. It doesn't.
What's
Like
the-
this shit doesn't matter. It's
Usually,
just
like the biggest telltale sign of a game's how it's going to go is the spread, right? What's the spread now? Is it like 6.5 points or something like that?
That means nothing.
It does mean
That
something.
4 went up to 6.5. That means
It
all
means
the
a
money's
lot.
coming in on the
That's what the
Eagles.
fucking Lions game was last week, and 3 hours later, Dan Campbell's
Who
fucking
was scared of
crying
the
in a
Lions?
post game
Vegas
press
doesn't
conference,
lose.
knowing he'll never be back to that situation
And
ever again in
Jared
his
Goff
fucking
went
life.
Goff. Nobody was scared of the Lions.
Usually, the smart money goes with the heavy favorite.
Can we be
so,
can we be honest though? Like there couldn't be a bigger contrast between the way the Lions approach that game and the way the Eagles will approach this game. Like I can't believe how many trick plays they called. I can't believe they went back.
But
to
they
that.
were kind of desperate.
They had to.
They couldn't stop the fucking Commanders. They couldn't stop them.
Well, all I know is this: we're gonna smash them
couldn't
on
stop turning
both
the
sides
ball
of the
Let's
ball.
do it.
We're gonna do it.
And Vic
I've been going back
Fangio,
and forth
trust.
this week, and like I had that like little bit of fear, a little bit of nervousness, and then I go back to the 2 games that we played against them, and I'm like, this team is just—they're not ready to come in here and beat the Eagles, man. Not in the NFC Championship in January, a cold day. It's just not going to happen.
Tell him, Rock.
It's
Tell
just
him.
not.
Rock.
I just
Now,
don't see it
There's never
happening.
been a rookie quarterback to take his
Yeah,
team
he's
to the
he's
Super
going to
Bowl.
get cracked on
There's
his
been
helmet.
5 to the AFC.
Even if
to
he
the
doesn't, he's going to be
championship game.
nervous. It's just I know he's smooth, calm, and collective. He's that guy, but
Listen,
he's not been in this situation
every
before.
once in a while, these freak weirdos come around that ascend to greatness early in their career, and sometimes it's in spite of
Not
your
this week.
favorite team.
Not this
I
week,
hope
man.
it doesn't
Not
happen
this
with him.
week.
But like Jaden Daniels is a fucking freak.
He's
man.
a good
I'm so
quarterback.
sick
I
of
just
hearing
don't
about
think
this.
that this team is good enough to beat the Eagles, man. They're not.
I just think the defense is too good for this to happen.
Yep.
But anyway, as we mentioned earlier, we have no choice but to start thinking about the prospect of the Birds getting beyond this and going to the Super Bowl. And I was thinking about this and like, yeah, it would be great for the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl for us and for the organization and to win a championship. But there's so many other wonderful things that could come.
Yeah, who the fuck is in the chat that's talking
We have
about?
bots. There's some-
you
we
ain't
have some bots in
smashing
the chat.
anything
Please ignore
Sunday.
this.
Who do you think
Skins
this
all
is?
day, baby?
Who do you think this
I
is?
can't see that.
Look up here. That's our old friend.
Oh,
It's our old friend, the Greek.
oh my
No,
God,
it's probably- I
Serpico.
don't even think it's him. It's
Greek.
You
but
think
he's
it's
not even
PJ?
Greek.
yeah, it's PJ taking
What
over
the
the
Yeah,
account.
you know what? And we've had this issue before.
Right.
I'm
where
sorry, I didn't mean to
PJ
bring that up.
masquerades as Aleko. Okay, here's what we're going to challenge you to do. If this is really Aleko, put something in the chat that only Aleko would know, or a fact that proves that it's Aleko. Because I will say, this is a snarky PJ comment, and if I know Aleko could
Yeah,
give
he-
a crap.
he
He's
doesn't
not
have
watching
snark.
right
He
now.
doesn't
I
care.
don't
Why
even
would
think he cares
Aleko be
about
watching
sports.
right now? He's not watching right now.
Yeah.
It's pathetic. PJ, get a life, dude. Come on, get a freaking life.
What an
Anyway,
asshole.
My point is this. There are a lot of great reasons to hope that the Eagles advance to the Super Bowl because, as we know, there could be 2 weeks of madness that ensues, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, off the top of my head, here's a couple things that I thought about as I thought, man, can you imagine what it would look like if the Eagles made the Super Bowl? What would make that so cool?
Make
right?
the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl?
No, I'm just saying get there. Like, what can happen that would make that so cool? And I was thinking, okay, here's one. Let's see how weird and far Gilly can go with everything that he's been up to
He
lately.
had Too Short
because
pull up last week with him. It wasn't just Gilly. He pulls up doing that dance to Too Short track, and he had Too Short out there with him. So he's got to keep it going, man. Gilly's sparking
right.
a whole.
Not only did he have Too Short pull up with him at what I think is his house, he was down at the stadium, and now he's getting everybody to send him these videos. And like, it's crazy to me because like Gilly is so on the borderline of like acceptably representing Philly, but also like right there and like saying stuff and doing stuff.
Wait, what do you mean he's on the
whoa.
borderline of acceptably representing Philly? How could he not represent? He's like
I'm just
full
saying,
Philadelphia.
Okay,
What are
I
you talking
understand
about?
that. My dude is raw as they
Yeah,
come.
exactly.
Like,
That's fucking Philadelphia.
right, and I understand that. But my
He's talking
point
about
is,
just smoking L's during his live feed and that kind of thing. That's what he means. But
well,
that's
and
us.
I mean, like he is very straightforward with the language, and like it's becoming more of a mainstream thing across the
Caucasian
city.
quarterback,
And my general
cornerback.
point is, one of the great things about the Eagles advancing to the Super Bowl would see what Gilly would do on social media over the course of 2 weeks, because I'm quite sure he would be masquerading.
I don't
in
know
New
what he's
Orleans.
gonna do in between the. But I remember when they won the Super Bowl, he like straight up. I saw him crying like a.
I know,
baby.
but he's not at the same place, dude. Like he ran out with the squad. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that was the shit.
Did you see him last
He brought him
weekend?
out of the
Yeah.
tunnel.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's on a whole nother level.
He
So
would be taking up residency in New Orleans for at least a week.
he'd be walking around in his helmet. With
You know what's going to happen? Is he still with Barstool?
Yeah.
They're still at Barstool, right? So Barstool will send him down to New Orleans, him and Wallow down to New Orleans for 2 weeks, have him, talk to a bunch of New Orleans rappers, get their opinion on shit. And, he'll probably do a bunch of specials and act a fool, Eagles all day.
They'll send the little person in the Eagle outfit.
Yeah,
and
that's what's
the
gonna
guy with
happen.
the broom.
JoJo,
He'll
yeah,
be very
JoJo.
entertaining, which he always is. And that's what's going to happen.
I'm here for it.
But you know what I like about Gilly? He is
I love
like
Gilly.
true, authentic Philadelphia.
best.
Like loves the Eagles,
Yep.
like through and through. Like that shit that I saw last week when he was like in the tunnel, like
Yeah.
like greeting those guys when they're coming out, getting ready to go on the field. Like you can see he was like so hyped. Like he wanted to go out there on that field and fucking smash them heads. Like, and he's an athlete, so he's been playing sports.
I had somebody hit me up
Gilly's a
online.
You know
baller,
that
man.
film. That dude's he is the unofficial mascot of the Philadelphia.
I
Eagles
agree. Right now,
Yeah.
I had reposted something he did in the locker room because Connor was in it, like at the end, and somebody hit me up. Was like, I just don't get it with this guy, and I'm like, well, like I understand
Get that
how.
person out of your life.
I'm just
Whoever that
saying,
was,
I
get him out of your life.
understand how people could be like, oh my, this is a little much at this point, but like, I'm with you. When he started doing it, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So I'm here for it. I want to see what he does during the Super Bowl. Okay. So there's a couple other reasons why I think it would be fantastic. I think we could get some fantastic prop bets, some very obscure prop bets. Like one of the big prop bets is definitely going to be, if we make it, whether Nick Sirianni is going to cry during the national anthem. Maybe it'll be like how far into the national anthem. Maybe it's going to be like full on bawling or just like tearing up. These are the kind of Eagles specific prop bets that I think we could
I don't think he's going to
be waiting for. He's definitely,
fully
how
focused
could you
to go
not
around.
if you already did? Meech, your thoughts on this critical item?
Yeah, I'm not really. Did he cry?
cried.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
he
he cried.
bawled. Am I the only Fink? Do you remember this?
I know it was a big moment. He just got caught up.
Yeah, it was his first time being
Yeah,
in the
first
Super Bowl.
time
Like, I
Super
don't
Bowl.
think this time he's going to be fully focused,
like
man.
here's my. I don't even remember this. I was so I get so locked in. I tune all that kind of shit out. I don't remember who the fucking halftime show was that year. I don't
Rihanna.
remember who sang the national anthem. I don't remember anything except the Jalen Hurts fumble, being up 10 at halftime.
Here we go with the
and-
negative shit.
and,
over
and
here. This
the
guy.
and the
Bringing up
pass
old
interference. What do you remember? The fucking the great plays of the game. I'm sorry,
Okay,
man.
my bad. I just want to say this real quick. Me remembering that Nick Sirianni bawled his eyes out
Yeah,
during the national
I
anthem
don't remember.
was not. That's not a statement about how locked in I was for the Super Bowl. Listen, I was at the Super Bowl. I didn't even see that happen, but you couldn't miss
Oh,
it
that's
the
right. I
day.
forgot you guys were down
Yeah,
there.
you couldn't miss it the day or two after. And here's the thing. I'm with you. When the flyover happens at the Birds game, if you don't think I'm tearing up, I'm absolutely tearing up. But when you got a guy who's leading your dogs out there in the game, I understand why some people are like, man, it's one thing to tear up, but he was balling. My
Yeah,
man
that's what I'm
was
saying.
balling.
I think that this go round, like he's been there. That was his first time. This go round, he's like all business.
He's locked in.
He's locked in, dude. This is
He's
the
bringing
fucking year
home the
for him.
Lombardi this
He's got the
time.
Yes,
Fink
sir.
haircut. He
I
shaved
like
his
that.
head. Now he's got
All
the
right,
full
well,
Fink.
I got the
ahead.
Super Bowl odds. My Super Bowl MVP sleeper bet.
Who's the current
Dom
who's the
DeSandro
current-
plus 50,000.
Who's the-
Super Bowl MVP.
Who's the current,
Lock it in.
Who's the current favorite to win the whole thing? Anyone know?
Isn't it
I
us?
have no
Is it the
idea.
Eagles?
Oh, it's the Bears.
Oh, go
Bears! Come on,
I did-
Meech,
I did-
get excited.
I didn't
I
even
did
know that.
see if the Super Bowl, no matter who, it would be Bills, we would be a 1-point favorite. Chiefs, we would be a 1-point underdog, I think I saw.
I think it's.
Or is it flip
I
flop?
think we're both 1-point underdogs from both. That's right. That's right. Right where we
Wait,
want.
we'll
Yeah, it's
be
a pick 'em.
underdog against the Bills?
I mean, it's a pick 'em. It's 1
Yeah.
point. What the fuck's the difference?
It's the hypothetical matchup, so it does not. Once the thing actually comes out, that line will change.
But what if, like, just hypothetically, Super Bowl, we're playing the Chiefs. Mahomes throws a pass to DeAndre Hopkins. He catches it right by the sideline, and Dom DeSandro just sticks his foot out and like taps it a little over the line, and the ref's like, no, he was out. He caught it out of bounds, and then they can't review it.
And that's another example of what I'm looking forward to. That these could be specific Philly-centric moments, like how big can the Dom star grow? We can
or
only
like-
find that out if we go to the Super Bowl.
Or like the night before, a linebacker gets hurt, and they're like, we got no one else to
Yes.
suit up. put a uniform on Dom, and he
That
just
could
goes out
be
there,
something.
ends up with like 7
Or
tackles.
there's like some epic story about how he like saved an eagle from getting in trouble that night. Is there anything that you guys can think of that would
this
be
shit's going down in New Orleans. I'm thinking about
Jalen Hurts is crossing Bourbon Street, and a crazy guy
Yeah,
tries
that's what
to
came to-
run everybody down.
All
and
right.
Dom saves them all. He like tackles them
First
out of
thing
the
that came to
way.
mind was these guys are playing in New Orleans, and that maniac that came through there.
Oh,
on New
we
Year's
just
Eve.
went too far, Fink. I'm sorry. We just went too far.
I try to
I
reel you.
had Dom suited up in the Super Bowl, and I just went too far on something
I try
that
to reel you
legit
guys
could
in
have
all the-
happened.
I'm trying to reel you guys in. You guys just got to reel it in a little bit. Like I'm
All right.
over here, like
I'm
Also,
looking for different
the
ways
voice of
Dom
reason.
DeSandro
Voice of-
could
yeah.
win Super Bowl MVP.
Do you guys have any ideas here on this in terms of things you'd be looking forward to if the Eagles
I
would
want to
advance Super Bowl?
see fat ass Andy Reid crying on the sidelines. Me, how do you like that one?
Me too.
That's all I want to see. I've been thinking about getting revenge against the Chiefs ever since that loss, and nothing will make me better than to see Andy Reid just sad on the sidelines.
And I want to
Mahomes.
cut to the sod father weeping and fucking his grass dying in his front yard.
As he
Sod
dies.
father, he was set up, man.
I just wanted a new Super Bowl jersey because I feel like the last one I got, I can't wear it.
Which one did you get?
I got Kelsey from the
Yo,
last Super
how
Bowl.
how
Like, I just
hard
feel
how
like
hard would a Saquon
You got a
Barkley with a
Travis
Super
Kelce
Bowl
jersey?
patch
That's
jersey?
like, and I hope they wear. I
my
hope they
God.
wear black.
Like I'm
'cause
dreaming of it.
I
And
hope
all
they wear black because I don't have a good black. My
They're not
black
going to wear
jerseys.
black. They'll
Why
never
not?
wear black. in the Super
here's
Bowl. They're not.
Jesse.
That's
Here,
ridiculous.
you want to know what I'm looking forward
Yes,
to?
I do.
Super Bowl
I
week.
do. I actually do.
I'm looking forward to getting so mad at Fanatics for not producing any Saquon Barkley jerseys with official Super Bowl jerseys with the patch.
Just
And-
order it now.
No, you can. You'll get it.
Order the
It'll-
patch.
March 24th, you'll get it.
Just order the patch separately. All right. Well, I know somebody who is probably as ready to go for this event this weekend and any event for that matter. And it's times like these when you got to call in somebody who's really going to bring the excitement to the next level. We've heard from some folks tonight that are nervous, they're worried, and I think we really need to take this to the next level. And that's why I invited a special guest, the likes of no other, to join us tonight from the heart of Delco, the infamous DJ Durag.
Yo, what's the dilly, yo? DJ Durag from Delaware County. How's it going, boys?
Beautiful.
happening?
How we doing there, DJ Durag? You feeling good about this game on Sunday?
Dude, I'm feeling so good about the game. But let me tell you, dude, I am freezing my Jimmy Johns. They're finally starting to freeze out here. Feeling real good. Just got home from the dry cleaner. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so crispy. Check out my number 98. Shout outs to my boy, Jalen Carter. Don't think I've got that last Barwin jersey on hiding it in the back, though. Yeah, for real. Anyway, yo, I'm feeling fresh. Fresher than like the big glow up from 94-1 from getting rid of that clown Eskin and glowing up with my girl Devin Caney. What's up, yo?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
Durag, I got a quick question. What's going on with the sewing machine back there? What are you doing? What are you sewing up? Are you making up custom items?
I got some side hustles going on, but yo, one of them is actually hooking up with the homies down in New Jersey. You know, we got that New Jersey Delco connection sometimes. So I've been feeding them homies down in the South End of Ocean City with a bunch of gear from South End Slayers. Been dope,
Word,
dude.
word.
As long as you ain't sewing up one of those half Eagles, half Redskins Zach Ertz jerseys, we're cool.
No, not for nobody's mama would I do that.
You should actually make a half Connor Barwin, half Jalen Carter jersey.
That'd
That's
be
a
pretty
thought.
sick. That'd be pretty sick.
Yo, DJ Durag ain't that flossy yet, but maybe when I get up my cash flow a little more.
Beautiful, beautiful. What's the mood like out in Delco right now? Are people
Like
super
Gay
eagled
Boulevard
up or
Wawa.
what?
Yeah, you know what I haven't really seen though is the parking lot, like the kind of secondary gear, or like the shopping center gear too. I haven't seen none of that, so I've been a little disappointed on that end.
Really? I've seen a lot of that down in Delco. I work down in Delco, as you guys probably don't know, but
Well, you know what? Maybe I'm just on the wrong side. I'm really far out. I'm actually going to start a GoFundMe. I got a really far ride from SEPTA. I don't know if you ever heard of anybody doing that. I thought it was a good idea, though.
You're gonna start a GoFundMe to fund your SEPTA rides?
Yeah, I thought I'd be the first person to do it. Maybe to get a ticket into the game or something. Maybe I can get a couple high fives and just chill out with people.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Speaking of GoFundMe, let's start GoFundMe.
Think about it.
Game
If you were to come down and DJ at the City Pigeons tailgate on Sunday, maybe in exchange for your performance there, people would be willing to support a GoFundMe to get you down to the game and maybe into the game. It's something to think about.
Oh, yo, that would be superb, my dog. Not only that, you guys were putting some bets in. I got my own, all right? I got the spread by 6. I got Goddard anytime for 575. So I'm putting some money down too, dude. What's
Hell
up?
yeah.
Wait, I thought you don't have any money though. How you gonna put money down when you don't have
Dude,
any
it's part
money?
of his GoFundMe, man.
Hey, DJ, do you know that Goddard didn't practice today? Did you hear that?
Uh-oh.
he told him not to raise up his anytime TD value.
You're going to want to monitor that, all right? You're going to want to monitor that closely. All right. So, Durag, you got any special tips for the folks that are heading down to the game? Now, this weekend, we don't have the snow game. I think can we get a weather report for somebody?
Nice. It's going to be nice.
38 degrees.
40 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah.
40 degrees.
Football weather,
I
40
was
degrees.
saying, like
Great.
Jimmy John, I just unfroze that thing off. I think we'll be above freezing overtime, maybe even sweating and taking these thick jackets off, you know?
All right.
It's going to
Beautiful.
feel real nice.
Beautiful, Durag. Well, we appreciate you, man. What do we got to do to get you down to the tailgate for DJ services? Do I need to talk to your wife, or how do we get you down there?
Booking agent.
Yeah. Well, I'm not necessarily married. Some of the other people that manage my financial well-being, and I know coach a basketball team for their daughter. So we gotta just make sure that the other ones are kind of like taken care of. So maybe some people can coordinate things with other people's wives.
Wait,
That's
you
the
got,
biggest
I see
thing
you
I've
got the
ever heard.
turntables
So,
there.
yo, can I follow this up right now with an Eagles chant? You know, I got these two
Yeah, I see you got
turntables.
the
I don't
tables.
want to get too rowdy here, but can I do an Eagles chant for you guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
Please.
man. We love performances. Here we
I
go.
got my uke. I got my tang on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Here we go.
let's rock.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly,
He's doing
Eagles,
good.
fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. Watch those Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Hit it. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Oh, amazing.
Durag.
Hell yeah, Durag.
Amazing.
Dude. Guys.
Durag.
Yo,
We are not
You're the
worthy.
man.
Yeah, my mind has changed. Eagles 31, Redskins 0.
Hell yeah,
Zero
hell yeah.
Redskins.
Durag.
Commanders.
We love you, and I would like to formally offer you the position of the house DJ. I've offered this. You have to come down here and join us every week. I know it's tough, but again, let's negotiate with your peeps. Okay, I'll have my people call your people. We'll get you down here. We appreciate you. We love you. I need you to head out into the streets and just scream at everybody about
Yeah,
Sunday.
take the
all
uke
right?
with
Take
you.
the you, yeah.
I'm
Let's go.
going out. I'm going out with my bang.
Week.
I'm going out.
I'm
All right, my man.
Thank you,
All right, boys.
Durag.
We love you, buddy.
City Pigeons, you rock.
Appreciate you. Let's
Later,
go.
bro.
Wow. Just wow.
How do you top that?
That just
How
changed
do you top
my
that?
outlook on this entire game.
Could that have been the first ever ukulele Eagles fight song? I haven't seen it.
Probably.
I have not seen it.
That sounded pretty good too.
And this
Yeah.
is the kind of legendary content that you can only get here at the City Pigeons podcast. So if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, liked, followed any of the social media, please do that. Please, that would be nice.
I mean, Durag's got the pretty solid shreds
Yeah,
situation going on
so
down in that
Durag
basement,
he's a
man.
mountain man.
He
So
is.
he's got a versatile situation there.
He's
And
a man of many talents. Ukulele,
man.
DJing,
He's the man.
snowboarding.
damn. All right.
Skate.
Yeah, it's solid.
So look, that was a great moment. Where do we go from there? I think we got to get into a little of this whole Josh Harris thing because look,
Ugh.
this
Fuck
guy,
Josh Harris.
this guy's the worst. And I just thought about it as I'm thinking about this game, and I'm thinking about the fact that dude is going to have no reservations riding in here like he's, this BSD owner, and he doesn't care at all about the fact that, he owns the Sixers and we think he's the worst for doing it. But I thought about it, and I'm thinking, look at the juxtaposition of Josh Harris and Jeffrey Lurie. Now, here's what we know. Guys that have that much money are inherently weird, right? You agree? Like
Sometimes,
they're not normal people.
Sometimes.
Jeffrey Lurie is as like normal as you could be being that rich. Now, does he come in the locker room from time to time and dance awkwardly? Absolutely. But any billionaire across the world is going to do that. But you just look at this. The Eagles right now are, if you're an NFL fan, right? There's only one team that doesn't look at the Eagles and wish that was their team. And that's the Patriots, who, by the way, are looking like that was, that's not going to be happening for a while. Fans across the NFL are looking at the Eagles and saying, I wish that was my football team. And by the way, I know everybody hates us and thinks we're annoying, but you know what? They would kill to be a part of something real as what we have going on. And the truth is, Jeffrey Lurie didn't get in the way of that, right? He hired people that could further that. He brought people in that could find the players that would make it work. And by the way, the division the decade starts out with those horrible championship game losses. And guess what? We've been pretty good recently in these championship games. And I'm hoping on this weekend, we're going to add another instance of us putting the past behind us. But how bad, how do we handle this Josh Harris situation? I mean, we know, Meech, I know you have feelings on this. The Sixers.
I absolutely do. I actually said in the beginning of the week, I put a little tweet out. I said it's fuck Josh Harris week. I hope the Sixers lose all 3 games, which is so far it's coming to fruition because they fucking blow.
Are they even playing? Are they playing tonight?
No. But tomorrow night, this is what my wish was. Tomorrow night, if you have tickets to the Sixers Cavaliers game, just don't go. Don't bother showing up. If Josh Harris, I think it would be so cool if he rented a suite for his whole little Redskins team to come and watch the game. And they showed up there.
You should do like Oakland did, where their fans were so pissed they had parties out in the parking lot rather than buy tickets and go inside.
Yeah, but this is way different because it's not spiting your own team because you hate your own ownership. This is spiting your own team because you hate that he owns an opposing team that's about to play you in the playoffs. That's some fucked up shit. And I hate Josh Harris because of it, just for putting himself in this position. It didn't happen with the Devils and the Flyers because nobody really gives a fuck there. But people care about the Eagles. And the fact that he's going to show his little toothy face around there. And,
look, can I say this? If that actually happened, right? If we were able collectively as a fan base to have nobody or a couple thousand people go to that game, that would be the coolest thing that ever happened. Like to send that message to him to be like, dude, we think you are the lamest person ever.
And the 200 people that do show up have a fuck Josh Harris chant going for 4 straight quarters.
Hell yeah.
Or else they get thrown out of the place.
Maybe 20,000 people should show up and do that. That's the other side of the coin.
Do you think that he has specific instructions to the team down there to say, hey, do not put me on camera at any point during this game?
No.
Absolutely.
I think no.
Do we know any of the cameramen?
I think for tomorrow, absolutely.
They don't tend to, as much as I remember, I don't think they put them on Fanavision. They might show them a little bit in the broadcast.
Well, they need to do that.
But I'm telling you,
cameramen need to do it.
Guys,
if they say don't do it,
here's what I'm
job.
The dude has proven that he is so out of touch with reality that he doesn't get it. Because if he got it, he would tread a lot more lightly with this whole Commanders thing. But he's leaning fully into it because you know why? He is just loving being sports team owner guy, having success. And by the way, on a related note, can I enough with the Magic Johnson? How is Magic Johnson involved in this? He's there in the tunnel. He's dabbing. I know he's part of the ownership group, but it's so annoying that he's in there and he's combined with Josh Harris. It is so annoying.
I think that whoever is in control of the Sixers entertainment situation down there needs to find him in the crowd, put him on that big board and say, Washington Redskins,
they're not going to do that. That is the
Josh
dumbest
Harris.
thing. That's the dumbest thing that person could ever do.
Then Josh Harris will have.
He ain't gonna be there.
You don't think?
Are you kidding me? How much do you want to bet? This guy is so tone deaf.
He'll be there.
They do have the game this weekend.
He'll be there. He's
I
so
don't know.
tone deaf, dude.
Well, maybe he'll wake the fuck up. If
Yeah, he's already in the city.
if
Yeah,
the
I
camera.
forgot.
That's why I'm
I
saying he's
forgot
going to
about
give
the game,
the Redskins. He's going to give them all a suite
So
because
good, my
to show off his little.
Yeah.
Here's my other team. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Let me show them to you.
That's why we need to get that cameraman who, makes
Sacrifice his job.
sacrifice your
Yep.
fucking job, put him on the screen and say Washington Redskins owner, not Sixers owner, Washington Redskins owner Josh Harris, and have everybody boo the fuck out of him. Maybe he'll wake the fuck up.
And tell him, Squirrel.
No
that's after
chance.
What
taking
if
that
Josh
L.
Harris has
Yeah.
Zach Ertz ring the bell on Friday night?
Yo,
This will be a great
that would
idea.
be crazy.
That's how fucking
crazy.
Talk about
stupid
tone
he is,
deaf.
too.
Speaking of which, man, I'm watching Zach Ertz make those plays last week, and there's nothing you can do but just respect that guy.
Fuck him, man.
No, I'm sorry.
Come on. He's a division rival team. He could have just went off to the sunset. Fuck him.
Yeah.
And also on his
He
way
tried
out,
to go off into the sunset. He just ended up an important player this year. Don't front on Zach Ertz. He's a
he
good
tried to make it
dude.
messy on his way out. Are you guys kidding me? When he wanted his trade, he started all of his talking shit and stuff.
I don't remember.
No, you guys are not remembering.
listen,
correctly.
He was
I'm
being
indifferent.
replaced.
I'm
It was
indifferent.
an amicable split. He would never still be here. Who cares?
Commanders. Why are you like, oh, I gotta respect the guy?
No,
Fuck
I'm
him.
not going to root against him this week.
Oh my god, we can't.
But he's
talk shit
still-
on Relax Earth.
Dude, he contributed to our Super Bowl victory.
That's good for when he retires. Like when he retires, come back in. We'll give a big group hug. Like you're my guy, Zach. Right now, fuck that guy. That's
got
the
a
only
point.
way
You think?
you
It's
should
got a
be.
No,
point
this
there.
week,
Feel
fuck
you.
that. Of course, I'm not rooting for him this week,
You,
man.
you gotta respect him.
Who said
I
that?
don't know why I did that.
And who
No,
said
I
that
say
in that voice?
I don't know why I did that voice
Hold
like
on.
that.
Why did you say that in the Mickey Mouse
I
voice?
actually apologize for that. Like, you sound
Don't
nothing
apologize, Frank.
like that. You
Don't
sound like- I
apologize.
don't know why I did the
Don't
voice like that.
apologize.
Damn, dude, that was cold blooded. All I was saying is this:
Northeast
he
crime
ran
again.
that same Super Bowl route last week. He's making plays despite the fact. Think about it. The Super Bowl, the Eagles Super Bowl was what, 7 or 8 years ago, and
It
he
feels
was not a spring chicken then, right? This dude, you got to give him credit for lasting this long and still making plays. And he was getting, if you watch
know
that
what?
game, he was getting destroyed right and left, and he just kept fighting. I got respect for Zach Ertz.
What if
Mickey
he,
Mouse voice or not,
He
whatever.
needs to
I
come
don't
across
yeah,
the middle.
what if he pulls
He
a
owes me
Mark
for
Andrews this
reservations
week
at the
and then
house.
takes his helmet
Oh.
off and winks to the fucking Philadelphia crowd like, I got you.
Oh, then
Gotcha.
we are.
Yo, that would be
That
dope.
would be the
Got
shit.
you
That would
guys.
turn you right around, wouldn't it? Think.
After the game, maybe. Not during it. We're at war.
Is he still like
I
Linc?
hear
He's
you.
got a lot of links back to
He
the city
rips off
there.
his Redskins jersey. And he's got his Philadelphia Eagles
sure.
trading
That'd be
shirt
so ill.
underneath, like a WWE.
No, I know he
character.
said,
Then I'm
like,
a
he-
little bit back there.
His foundation's still doing stuff here. I mean, look, he's a great guy. I mean, come on. I get it. Like on Sunday, I'm not going to be rooting for him to run that same little route, and all
Same
that.
little 5-yard in.
He's not getting away with any of that against our defense anyway. Let's be honest. All right. So
He's not gonna have time.
one other thing that I want to touch on before we wrap this thing up. Every year that we have these kind of runs, man, it's crazy to me because like the birds hysteria, which I love, obviously, it kind of like goes too far sometimes and like just gets a little out of control. And I don't know if you guys saw this story the other day. It's like the news media, the traditional news media, right? They're trying to find any story about how someone like really loves the Eagles, and it's like a big thing. Did you guys see this story about the
Yeah.
guy who's wearing a different jersey and hat combination every day? Did anyone see this?
I
Yes,
did not.
and he can wear it for the next 20 some years. I think
Yeah.
he can wear a different.
Wait,
Like he has
longer.
that
He's
much
got
shit?
so many jerseys and hats. This guy can wear a different jersey hat combination of the Eagles for the next 20 years.
Nothing
No
but
way.
respect for that man.
Wait, so what did you say, Mink?
That
Nothing
guy's-
but respect for that man. That's awesome.
You love that?
I love
I
it.
think all last month or something, he wore nothing but Eagles offensive lineman jerseys for an entire month.
So wait, you said this dude can combo a different hat and jersey for the next 20 years every
for the
day?
next 20
That-
years.
You know what? The
That
funniest
sounds-
thing to me,
I may have
Yeah,
exaggerated
that sounds
but
very
it's-
exaggerated.
I don't think that's
That's-
exaggerating. It was something lengthy. Like it was like
That dude needs to have his
It
fucking
wasn't
head
nothing.
checked. I mean, respect to that guy, but he needs to have his.
so the
fucking
funniest
head
thing to
checked.
me is like I saw this, I was like, oh, who cares? This is the dumbest thing ever. And everyone else is
Oh
like,
wait.
thinks this is just amazing. Like,
No.
this is amazing.
The dumbest thing ever, and I had a fucking blast at the game last week. The tailgate, the whatever we went to last week, but the dumbest shit ever why are they selling snow from the field? Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah,
Dude, you
bad.
can't miss that.
That is the fucking dumbest shit I've ever seen. And if you're buying that, you're a fucking idiot. I'm
Different
sorry.
combo for the next 164 years. He has
See, I
over
told you it
How's
was
that?
longer. I
Stop.
told you it
He
was
has-
something
he has,
you
he has
get.
over 300 jerseys and 200 hats. So combo wise, he can get.
By the way,
Math.
how's this?
That's
I
he
noticed-
said, Dan McQuaid,
Carry the
I see you and I raise you. Dan McQuaid, the challenge is out there. By the way, let's find this guy and we'll have him have an exhibition
he
in
follows
here.
me on Instagram.
All right,
already.
let's invite him
look
in
it
here.
up.
We'll have
Let's
an
get going.
exhibition. It's going to be great.
Yo, I did notice last week there wasn't one Zach Bond jersey in the entire
You know,
state. Like
that's
that's
a great- I
got to
haven't seen
change.
one.
That's got to change, man.
Yeah, these are all
Like,
guys
he's a
are team
defensive-
all pro.
He's
bro.
a monster. He's a defensive
First
player of the
team
year
all
candidate.
pro.
Defensive Player
Not
of the Year.
one
He was
jersey.
a special teams guy last year.
And you know
It's
what?
Really incredible.
Listen,
what
there's
he's done.
only one person that could possibly be blamed for that. Do you know who that is, Meech?
Michael Rubin.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Shitbag Michael Rubin.
By the way, I still can't. I got my N'Kobe Dean. I got a N'Kobe Dean jersey for my son, whose name is Dean, over Christmas. And guess what? Fanatics just said, "Nah, we can't do that. Sorry, here's your money back," because it's like a
What?
special thing. Yeah, couldn't
What?
get it. Couldn't even get it. Couldn't
Wow.
get it. So
I ain't gonna.
He
They
should
do
be
whatever they want.
He should be
Beat
tarred and
Billionaires
feathered.
monopolies. Ah!
Okay. So here's what we've established. We think that the jersey hat guy is the most amazing person in the world. I didn't have that on my bingo card, as they say, but you know, you
He's
guys
a
are
maniac.
obsessed with him. We're going to invite him in here to do an exhibition. That's fine. Okay. But the other thing that we know about these runs is we get these great viral moments. The traditional news media, they're going to go out to like the schools and get and that's all nice and that's fine. The kids do the chants and all that stuff. But like we get the really good viral clips. Now we got a good one last week with the guy who got in the police chase right there on Patterson Avenue.
Can you pull
Thank
that
you.
up? Can you pull
Thank
that
you.
up?
I don't have it. I don't have it. But the guy banged down on Patterson Avenue.
That wasn't
And
really
then-
a chase, man. Like he just backed into a police car.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
they got-
Then we have the mayor horribly misspelling Eagles during the Eagles chant. Another
was
great
amazing.
viral moment.
One of the most pathetic things I've
I know.
ever
That
seen
was
in my life.
amazing.
Am I missing anything that we have so far? Because
How's this? Here's a parallel that I noticed with the 2017 Eagles. Do you remember once that underdog mask shit started?
Yeah.
You couldn't find one on Amazon.
Mhm.
Same thing with that Inner Excellence book. As soon as fucking AJ Brown,
Ooh, I
everybody
like
in
that.
Philly, like it was sold out. It was
Inner
number
Excellence,
one.
forgot about
Like
it.
it was a perfect parallel with that dog mask. Everybody had
Right.
one.
I love it.
Everybody had a copy of that book Sunday at the tailgate.
Yeah.
Like I was walking down the thing. I seen about 6 tailgates who just had it propped up on their like everybody had it.
When
They-
we go in on
So
something, we
what's-
go
What's
in.
next, Meech? The beat down at the Linc.
That's what's next.
Ooh, we're talking now.
Oh,
What would that be?
34-7. Is that our prediction
Predictions?
for the game? 38. 34. What am I?
Well,
saying?
you know, if you think about in years past, we had people eating horse shit. We had people punching horses. We've had all sorts of really great stuff. So that
The
goes
Go
back to my
Birds
point.
kid in front of the
Yeah,
that
the
lady.
bird, go birds. Like
The
I
pillar
want to
guy.
see.
Yo, I thought
Killer
you were
guy.
that guy for the
Varsity.
longest time. Thing. I ain't gonna lie, you kind of look like that dude.
Yeah.
Rock thought that was you. That's fucking hysterical. Rock's like, hey, I'm on a podcast. We got the guy, the Go Birds guy. He's on it too. It's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Nah, but like the truth is, the longer that the Eagles run goes in today's age of social media and you know everyone having a phone, the more glorious content we're gonna get. So that's another silver lining for why we need this season to continue.
When we win on Sunday, maybe I'll be climbing a pole Broad Street.
yeah, I heard they're
Who
not
knows?
greasing them this year.
Oh, that's
I saw that shit
That's a
on
bad idea.
dumb mistake. Dumb mistake.
Talk
My-
about
my boy
cracking dudes
Huey
on their
Dillon.
skull.
Yeah. And
Huey said that?
she said it in an interview. She said, she was like, I hope I don't see any hurt.
Apparently, the
Philadelphians."
grease is hard to clean off, and
You think?
No shit.
and it erodes the pole. Some shit
Okay.
that it's not good for them.
So I think we stumbled upon something that I meant to cover, and I'm glad we did. Everybody knows that you know, Eagles get to the Super Bowl. That's gonna be crazy. They win the Super Bowl, things gonna be crazy. But we tend to celebrate Super Bowl berths as well. In the past, we have, and this year, I think we have the chance to all meet each other because Fink, historically, where has been your spot to celebrate moments of
Good
excellence?
old Frankfurt and Cotman in the great Northeast.
Right. But now, since that time, you have kind of I don't want to say
He's
you've
not a
gotten a little
Northeast guy
bougie.
anymore.
You've
Yeah,
evolved a little bit.
This
So
is not-
He leveled up.
This
He leveled
year-
up.
More of an old city
He
guy
leveled up.
nowadays.
Yeah.
this year, if the Eagles win the game, where are you going to be?
He's a downtown.
Don't
guy.
put the man on the spot like that.
No, I'm putting him on the spot.
All right.
I don't know. I'm gonna be on Broad Street. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I don't even care.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Broad Street because we're winning on Sunday,
With
not
us.
if we win.
With,
There
us.
you
With
We'll
you
be
guys,
there.
first
Yep.
time down there.
Yep.
After
Okay.
championship.
I
So
think-
I think hold on. I think we should agree right now, publicly, as public as this is, that should the Eagles win on Sunday or when they win, right? When they win,
When?
that we will meet as a group on Broad Street. Okay. We have to pick a particular location. I
Broad
particularly
and Fitzwater.
I
right
like
by-
you
right
want to
by
go
Good
down
Hearts.
that. Okay, because I'll be coming from that. All right. Broad and Fitzwater. That's right by Mark's house.
Yep,
I'm
and the
com-
Broad, the
whoa,
subway
whoa,
stops
Whoa. Guys, you guys are doxing Mark here. Relax. Whew.
Yeah,
It's
for
not
real.
by Mark's house.
Mark who?
Yeah, Mark who? What are you guys talking about?
Good heart.
You're giving out.
Why
where
don't you give
you
out
live.
his address?
I'm coming from Broad Market, so that's where I'll be coming from.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that we need to act like we've been there before and just save the celebration to the Super Bowl. That's
Oh, rock, grow up.
Nah, man, we want to have multiple nights to celebrate,
Yes,
man. It's fun. Have you
yes.
been there before?
I'm not saying I'm not
fun.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna be there, but
Yeah,
I feel
there
like
it
we
is.
Goes
just
that
need to-
voice again.
Can I tell you a
Yeah.
quick story? When the Eagles beat the Niners to go to the Super Bowl in 2022, I was with Tom and
Yep.
Mark, and somehow we ended up
Trev.
at like a party
Ritz.
in like a high rise
It wasn't- it was
downtown.
in the Ritz.
And we were literally like, we got in there. There's like 30 people sitting there, and they were watching the other game, you know? And we were just like, they had this elaborate spread. I just remember sitting there, like eating like meats.
Caveman. It
And
was
like, I
so
felt
good.
like everyone was
Pause.
looking at me.
Everyone
like
was looking at you.
Everyone was looking at me. I was
They're like, who are these animals? They're
Tom,
just
can you
walking
make
by.
sure-
This guy that just burst through our door.
like, Tom, I was like the Kool-Aid man. Tom, can you make sure that we stay outside? I do not want to
Yes.
go.
I'll be in
Yeah.
charge of making
I'm
sure
not-
that we don't end up in the 26th floor of the Ritz again.
I remember
Thank
seeing
you.
video of Mark running down like a street that was like maybe it was snow covered, but he was like in front of a car, like Rocky training for a fight,
He
and
almost
like
got hit.
putting his arms up and
We were
stuff. I
driving.
do remember
That's
that
right.
video.
We were
Yeah,
driving and filming, and he almost got hit. That's
that just goes to show the
Yeah,
the
no, it's
elite
not.
level of football from the Philadelphia Eagles. Because I just met these guys. I don't even know how long ago. Not
Couple
very long
years.
ago.
Look at us.
And look at us. We're
Few
talking
weeks
about
ago.
Super Bowl celebrations and stuff, and we're getting ready to go right back.
yeah. Well, I mean, look,
beautiful.
that's
Fucking
the elite level of football that you get from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mhm.
And we are part of an elite fan base that is ready to rock, and Sunday is going to be amazing. And again, I forgot that I have this here. If you're unsure of what to do on Sunday, well,
There we
it's
go.
not that hard, okay?
there we go.
Come down to the Birds of a Feather tailgate. We'll be in M Lot. It's right on the border of M and O. It's the same spot they're always in. We got Kenwood providing. It looks like they're gonna bring a pallet of beer, which is a
You
lot of
should have
beer.
put that up on the
They
screen.
said they're
Yeah.
just dropping in the middle of parking lot. It's going to be a free for all.
Yeah, we'll see. That's gonna be
It's gonna be a
crazy.
fight.
We
Knife
got,
fight. Bring
As
your knife.
always, Fink's Hoagies. Fink is gonna be coming through with a bunch of hoagies. Blue Monkey Catering. We don't know what they're gonna do this time. Last time it was the what was it called?
Piggy
Bowl.
Piggy Bowl, and they do all sorts of wonderful things. We got Illadelph Vodka donating a bunch of vodka. We
Philadelphia.
got to figure out how
we
we're
got
gonna
the Good Heart Farm if you
cook
need some
that up.
legal advice
Yeah,
down
if you
there.
need legal advice, and
You know what I mean?
look,
Some preemptive legal advice.
bring on the commies. We're
Duncan
ready to
Commies
go.
Fans head
And-
P10.
Yeah, if you got a spare face value ticket, don't be scared to hit your boy up because I haven't
Yeah.
found one yet.
A couple of your boys.
If you got a spare free ticket, don't be
You got-
afraid to hit your
Boys.
boy up.
And by the way,
No,
Blue Monkey saw our P tent setup, and they have vowed to bring a elevated P tent setup
Ah.
to this tailgate. So
Can I
if-
poop in it?
you're
We need to get a toilet seat like that.
Jesus Christ.
We need to get a toilet seat like that one
I'm
next
just
to us.
kidding. I don't poop in public. It freaks me out.
all right. Good to know.
Thank you.
All
Good to know.
right.
Okay, go Birds. Sunday, bring on the commies.
Love you
We'll
all.
see you guys in the lot. And look, when the Eagles win, you got 2 weeks. We're gonna get it rocking. We're gonna have the greatest 2 weeks of our lives. Everybody can come on down to the coop and hang with us. Go Birds.
Yo,
We
stay
love
cool.
you.
Go Birds.
A-G-L-E-S Eagles!